Paralysis by analysis. That's what you get from the other guys, but not here, not now, and not ever. This is the Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA. A look deep inside the game from a former player's perspective. The Septa Baseball Insiders Show is brought to you by Dion Square, Septa, Pat Dion Beverage, Penn Community Bank, and BCWSA. Let's go live and get set for the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazer and former pitcher from the '93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, welcome to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Lou's Farm Mart in Bensalem, PA. And Tommy, my co-host, Tommy Greene.
Yeah.
It is packed in here. It is moving.
I'll tell you what, it's tough to get in here. You have to watch out. I was sort of worried about you having a parking place here.
No, there's a couple parking spots over here. I got here a little early. Well, I shouldn't say early. I got here 2 minutes before
game time.
And I knew I was going to get a text from you, which I did. But I stopped at Wawa, not too far from here, and I've never seen a Wawa line 20 people deep. Now they've got the. You can go automatic. Self-service.
Yeah.
The two self-service were not working.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, it was jam-packed. And
then have like one person?
Two people, and then they had to take someone from the making shorties to come over and help with the with the line.
Checkout process.
Yes, but I'm here, and unbelievable day. I mean,
how beautiful
breeze.
it is. How are you wearing that?
Vest? Well, I'm taking it off in 2 seconds.
I don't know what's going on. You're making me hot.
I was in my air-conditioned car. I'll be taking this off. Nice little breeze, though.
Yes.
We might catch a tan here, me, you, and Chris Ermer.
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah. I mean, I got the white legs going. I got a little bit of a golf tan going with the arms, but I'm not as fortunate as you. You got that
Cubano.
Natural tan.
Yeah.
You got that natural blood in you.
Well, Tommy, I want to wish a happy Mother's Day to Wendy.
Well, I do appreciate that, and I know she does too.
And to your mom in heaven.
Yeah, yes.
And to my mom, 88 years old, and
yes.
Jill Brazer, and every mom out there in the Delaware Valley. We wish, hope that mother. I hope the Sixers and the Phillies can give you a great Mother's Day gift of a win. Let's hear it for the mom.
Let's hear it for the mom.
Yeah. Right. Because if obviously
Mother's Day,
Tommy's mom and my mom weren't around, we wouldn't be around.
Yeah,
and we wouldn't be doing the show.
And that would be a shame, Brazer.
It would just be Chris Ermer.
It would just be Chris Ermer by himself.
Boo! All right, Tom, we got a great show today. We are going to, if you remember last week, I don't know if the listeners caught on, but we didn't talk baseball at all. Because
I wonder why.
Because the Phils were 0-6.
How about that?
We have never had a show in the.
We've had a few shows that we kind of veered away from.
Clunkers, yeah. But I think in the. I think of how many. I don't even.
How many they went 0 for the week?
I've done this show for 20 plus years, right? It's got to be at least 20 plus years. And never 50 years, and never went.
Oh, you're 85.
And never had one. I can take a positive and just run with a positive. But when you have a week with no positives.
There wasn't any positives. There was nothing good about that week.
So I called my buddy TJ Farrell. I said, TJ, we're going to have this fantastic auction, as you know, on Monday morning, and I want you to go through all the cool items.
I'm talking all of the cool items.
Which are some cool items. I mean, and it's funny because one of the items we talked about is that, and the auction's going on right now on Phillies.com, benefits Phillies charities, that one of the auctions we talked about, somebody's going to have the opportunity to fly down to Florida, Clearwater, Florida, in spring.
Yep.
Right? They get a hotel. They get tickets to the game, but they're not going to sit in their regular seats. They're sitting literally on a what do you call it? A beach chair.
Well, I mean, it's in a beach chair on the
chair,
warning track right outside the
dugout. Right next to Rob Thompson. And you're saying, hey, you know what? I think in the sixth inning, I think we ought to bring in, Dalton Guthrie right here because I'm seeing that a bullpen pitcher is going to be coming in, probably left-hander, and I think Dalton Guthrie's got some good numbers against this guy, right? And Rob Thompson's looking at you like,
"Are you crazy?
Be quiet, man. You won an auction.
Hey,
all right, stay in your lane.
Slow your roll.
Stay in your lane." I wish Larry Bowe was the manager.
Oh, I hope Larry. They found Larry down there for that.
Well, here's someone that pays like $10,000 for their kid to get down there, and Larry Bowe yells at him.
Oh yeah, well, see, that's part of the experience.
Be quiet, kid.
That's part of the experience.
You don't know anything about baseball.
Oh my God!
All right, so we went from an 0-6 week to, Tommy,
a
5-0 week. We're counting
How about
Sunday's
that?
win.
Yeah.
So now we can talk baseball this week.
Yes,
How about
we
that?
can.
And
How about that?
how about
5-0 for the week, boys.
5-0. So we're going to talk baseball. We'll go through the games. Obviously, we had the Red Sox on Sunday. We had 2 games against the Blue Jays, but we never beat the Blue Jays. And then, how about this? We go and win 2 out of 3 so far. We have game today. We could sweep.
Yeah.
But we win 2 games in Colorado. It's the first time we have won a series in Colorado since 2012.
Wow.
2012. We haven't won a
They've
series
had our
in
number
Colorado.
like Miami has, huh?
And Colorado
I
hasn't.
didn't know that.
Yes, and Colorado hasn't had great teams, so we just do not do well out in Colorado.
I don't
guess.
think they breathe well out there.
Well, no, I don't think any
Too
teams
hot.
breathe well out there.
After the first day, they're just sucking wind.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it does. I remember playing back there. The first day you were fine.
Right.
The next 2 days, you struggled as far as
Right.
if you were running and
Yep.
do your running or like that. Yeah, I mean, I saw John Kruk about pass out one day.
I played in a lacrosse tournament at Vail in the summertime, and I totally hear what you're talking about, running up and down the field, and all of a sudden you're like,
Where did it go?
Right.
Where did the air
and then
go?
I just remember we jumped into the next morning we were pretty hungover. We got overserved, and we went into
Shocking.
We jumped into a freezing cold creek, and your hangover was gone like that, right?
So was everything else.
Everything else is gone too. Yes. But how about this? Yesterday, now that I was listening, someone was talking about this, and I totally agree that Rob Thompson doesn't get credit enough. I mean, obviously, and I guess managers in general, they get killed for any move they make that goes wrong.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on the couch last night watching the game. I did not have the benefit of knowing that. I knew Alvarado was not available.
Yeah.
But I did not know that Kimbrel wasn't available.
I didn't know that
And
either.
I also did not know that Sir Anthony wasn't available. So in my mind, we have a highly leveraged situation. The 8th inning, right? We got a 2-run lead.
Yeah.
And he brings in Hoffman. And I was sitting there going, Hoffman? Wow. Or maybe it was a 1-run lead. And I said, Hoffman, wow, we just signed this guy. The guy hasn't exactly, done great in the minors or in Colorado, which he was before.
Yeah.
And I think he got cut by the Twins in spring training.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they bring in Hoffman. I'm sitting there going, wow, you have a really good chance to win the series here, and you're bringing a guy. Now, do you know Hoffman's story?
I was reading a little bit, but not really.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm going to give you just a real general story.
Yeah.
So Hoffman was in the Colorado Rockies organization.
Okay.
And he was not a great pitcher. His ERA was high. I think it was like
So is everybody else's in Colorado.
Right. So he gets on with the Twins. He doesn't make it out of spring training with the Twins.
Yeah.
Gets cut. We signed him to a dual contract, minor
Yeah.
league, major league contract.
Yeah.
He goes down to the minors, AAA, I believe he pitches.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do great there. Not terrible, but he doesn't do great there. Well, all of a sudden,
I'm not lighting it on fire.
Bryce Harper needs some major league pitchers, guys that have had Major League Baseball experience in our minor leagues to throw to him.
Yeah,
People
those are the one they were bringing.
and
Okay.
they wanted a certain pitcher that can throw gas because he wants to see a 95, 96 mile per hour fastball and movement on pitches. So they said, you know what, we're going to bring in this Jeff Hoffman, even though his numbers weren't great, but he has probably the most experience of any of the AAA pitchers we have.
Yeah.
The most major league experience, right?
Yeah.
Again, not the greatest results.
And you didn't want to
but
put
the most
somebody, trying to just throw hard up there.
also
wild all over the place.
Right? Because that's the last thing you want is, it's funny, Tommy, when people say, Chase Utley went down to the minor leagues, and he did a rehab assignment, and he went 0 for 8. He's not ready. Well, you know what? Chase Utley, when he's in the majors, knew who the pitcher was.
Yeah.
Probably had at bats against that pitcher. Knows exactly what he throws. Has videotape on the guy.
Yeah.
Right. And has coaches that can give him all the nuances of this pitcher.
Yeah.
Right. And so he has a built-in computer. He has an advantage. When you're facing guys that you've never seen before in the minor leagues, the reason why they're part of the reason why they're probably in the minor leagues is they don't have the command or control.
Yeah.
Right. So
the consistency. Yeah.
Right. So all of a sudden, if Chase Utley's down there in the minor and he's swinging in the minor leagues, and this guy's all over the place, well, all of a sudden he doesn't, he doesn't know. Chase is not very comfortable in that batter's box because he doesn't have any intel on the guy. He's never seen the guy. He doesn't trust the guy's command, control. right? So I guess I'm going off on a tangent here.
Well, I mean, but overall, I mean, a lot of times with rehab stuff, it's all about seeing pitches too.
Right.
It's all about seeing them too.
Right.
You know?
Right, because he just wants to see him right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jeff Hoffman pitches against Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce was so impressed by the guy's movement, right? Control, command, everything. And all of a sudden, we needed to call up a pitcher. So they said, let's bring up Jeff Hoffman. Bryce Harper says that, he looks really good. He's got good stuff. Let's bring him up. All of a sudden, then last night, as I said, in a highly leveraged situation, we have the lead. We got to protect the lead. Hoffman comes in. Now the first pitch goes right through Trey Turner. Not sure really what happened on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the whiff.
I honestly thought it went through his glove.
I know.
I thought he's going to have to replace his glove because he went up and it went so hard, but he just missed it. And it's wild because that's Trey Turner.
And it gave him an error for that. Yeah.
Right. So then he starts off that. Now he gives up an unearned run, but he gets out of it, and he threw well. Threw well. So anyway, Jeff Hoffman. So now I guess back to my point that Rob Thompson gets total credit. Now again, we didn't have the foresight to know that certain guys weren't available. He does that. I'm thinking that even when he gets 2 outs, in my head I'm like, put in Soto. Soto can get that last out and then close it out in the ninth.
I mean, Soto's been pitching a lot lately too.
But then again, I didn't know who's not available. You can't do that because you might need Soto in case it goes extra innings. You might need him to pitch the 10th too.
Well, so I mean, that's what you're thinking. I mean, you got to think. Ahead a little bit. Sometimes, see, that's the thing about it. People don't realize that every day when we come into the ballpark, they're pretty much the pitching coach is going to ask the guys,
who's available?
How you hang? Well, no, how you feeling?
All right.
Can you you feel because they know how much they've pitched. Obviously, it might have pitched last night or last 2 nights, and depending on how many pitches they've thrown, they don't ask them how they feeling, or they might say, hey, I need a day, if you can.
Right.
I can if you need me. But I could really use a day. I've heard that.
Yep.
I said before, but some guys say I'm good. Some guys bounce back really good, and they seem to have rubber arms. But that bullpen's being used, and seeing who he used last night right off the bat, because Suarez didn't go but 4 innings.
Right.
You brought in Brogdon for 2. Bellatti's back. Threw a good inning,
and that's Bellatti's first appearance back.
He's trying to save Soto for the end to close it
because that's the only reliable guy he had.
Yeah, and I mean, so he used the guys, that he wanted to get him to where he needed to get to, but that was the guy that sort of the unknown that he said, hey, I got it. He's here for a reason. He's in our bullpen. Hey, you got to put him in there, because we need him. We need him to show up.
But it's interesting, right? Because Brogdon makes sense, right? 2 innings, he's pitched.
Yeah.
He's obviously tons of major league experience. Rob Thompson knows him.
Yeah.
Knows what he can do, right? So all of a sudden he pitched 2. Well, now you got 3 innings to go.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? Now again, I don't know what the numbers say about certain guys. But wouldn't you probably put – in my mind, I would have put Hoffman, and obviously Rob knows what he's doing. It worked out.
Yeah.
I would have put Hoffman in the 7th and then Bellotti in the 8th, and, the more known commodity. But then again, I don't know who is – Bellotti might have been facing – like the heart of the lineup, and maybe he wanted Hoffman to get the bottom part of the lineup.
That too. Also, what has Hoffman been doing? Could he give us multiple innings? Has he been doing that, or has he just been a 1-inning guy?
Right.
You know what I mean? Type pitcher. But Brogdon, we have had him go.
Yep.
See, but look at.
And I think he knew he was going to go.
When we look at him, he threw 27 pitches in 2 innings, so he didn't throw a lot of pitches.
Yep.
And see, you had Bellotti. He threw 21 pitches in 1 inning. So I mean, you got to figure out who's who a little bit and how they operate. But see, they're relying on the people scouting. I mean, the people from the organization to tell about this guy a little bit because he's been pitching down there.
And again, it's got to be too where they are in the order.
You're exactly right. And I think that's a big thing.
All right,
with that,
Tom, we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to go further into the week in baseball, further into that game.
Yeah.
I've got a great stat for you as well for one of the players that's on a hot streak. And you know what, Tom? We're going to talk a little Sixers basketball because
how about that?
In 3.5 hours, a little less than 3.5 hours, the Sixers have a game that, I tell you what, if they win, they could easily go all the way. If they lose, they could tear down any options on the table. Harden's probably not going to be on the team, and does Maxey get a max contract? Is Embiid traded? There's just it's all of a sudden it could be start all over again if that happens. And Chris Ermer keeps trying to kill me with this board that's hit me twice. I'm getting my lawsuit ready. All right, coming up, we will talk Sixers. We will talk the week in Phillies baseball. You listen to Septa Baseball Insiders Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Lou's Farm Mart in Ben Salem, PA. If you're around, please stop by.
Farm Mart, located at 2450 Bristol Pike in Ben Salem, has the best service around. Call them today to have them cater your upcoming holiday event, party, or family get-together. Lou's Farm Mart has been serving Bucks County for 45 years this year. Lou's Farm Mart on Route 13 offers a full-service deli, homemade meals, weekly meal plans, a seasonal garden center, and a fresh produce section. Stop by Lou's Farm Mart on Route 13 in Ben Salem today or call them at 215-639-9979. That's 215-639-9979 for Lou's Farm Mart, your hometown market for the best, local, and fresh.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
We now return to the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your
I hope
hosts,
it works out.
Phillies Director of Fun and Games, John Brazer, and former pitcher from the 93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, we are back to the Septa Baseball Insider Show, presented by BCWSA. We are live from Lou's Farm Mart in Ben Salem, PA. I'm John Brazer, joined by my co-host Tommy Greene. We got Chris Ermer right here. We have a sighting. We have Michael Leisure.
We got a Leisure sighting
WBCB, and it is
He's showing his legs too, man. What's up with that?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, man, I'm thinking maybe you should have some pants on.
Yeah, but yeah, calf wrangler's got it.
He's got some calves right there a little bit. I don't know.
That's half a calf.
Yeah, baby calf. We are at Lou's Farm Mart. If you are in the Ben Salem area, please stop by. We will be here till 1:30, 2, whatever. Beautiful Mother's Day here.
I'll tell you what.
Miranda just sent by some fruit.
Fruit trays.
Some
fruit
raspberry,
bowls.
Blueberries, and strawberries. I've only had the strawberries.
And I've had it all, and it's absolutely outstanding.
Outstanding. We're also getting lunch. I don't even know. Do you know what we're getting, Tommy?
I have no idea.
I mean, I love farm marts. Aren't they great?
This place is awesome.
Aren't they great? Like, I remember when we come back from the shore, we always try to stop somewhere in Jersey to stop by and get whatever.
Jersey tomatoes, corn.
Right, exactly right. Jersey tomatoes, the corn's the best, and then even stuff like things you can't really get in the regular supermarket, like apple cider donuts. Like, you know what I mean?
That's a diabetic nightmare, Braze.
Well, I know, but I'll bring it for my daughter Charlotte. And other thing, apple cider's a big thing. Just general apple cider. But speaking of Charlotte. Guess what she did Friday night, Tommy?
Y'all had a pretty good week last Sunday. I know y'all.
My daughter's a freshman in high school, and she said she had the greatest night ever. Like greater night than when Bryce Harper hit that home run to take us to San Diego, or to beat San Diego.
Yeah.
Bigger than, well, she was when we won the World Series, she was 1, so she doesn't remember that. But, again, there's been a lot of great moments.
And what day was this?
It's bigger than the Eagles Super Bowl to her. When we won the Super Bowl.
What day was this for her?
Friday night.
Okay, I got an idea.
I took her down. Jill and I took her down with two friends, and we dropped her off. We parked at the Phillies, and then we walked her over to the link, and then we let her go. It's the first time we've ever done this at a concert. She's 15 years old, so it's right on the edge there where you get a little nervous, right? We told her to keep her cell phone on and answer the cell phone when we text or call, and meet right after the show, at the, I think we said the Philly statue. So she goes to the show, Taylor Swift.
Well,
first of all.
Our daughter went too. Wendy went.
Well, first of all, Tommy, I'm just going to let you know that I think I think I won the Dad of the Year award.
Oh, you're in.
I'm giving it myself, not just in it. Wait till you hear this. My wife says on Thursday, hey, Charlotte will miss half the show. She wants to buy Taylor Swift concert merchandise. She'll miss half the show if she does it at the concert. I heard that they're selling merchandise at the parking lot at the link. Can you go over there since you're working anyway at the ballpark, walk across the street and pick up a sweatshirt and a T-shirt? No problem, Jill. So
I can tell the way this went.
Yeah, so it's Thursday. I have my lunch, and I walk across the street, and I see a long line. And I said, well, maybe this will move quickly. It's a nice day, so I didn't mind standing out. 3 hours later.
Wow.
Tommy, 3 hours later. And Jill said after an hour, I'm already complaining, right? So Jill's like, well, just get out of line. I said, I'm not getting out of line. I just stood here for an hour. I'm not wasting the hour I just stood here. And
That's a Disney World line.
Yes,
back in the
at
day.
that point, I didn't know how long it was going to be. 3 hours. I mean, Taylor Swift. Think about it. What is a link hold with a concert? Probably 70,000+.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'll say 220,000 people have gone. Well, maybe not different people because I'm sure people went to all 3 nights.
Yeah.
But they went all 3 nights. I mean, 3 nights sold out. I think Bruce Springsteen, maybe, I don't even know if Bruce could do it, is the only one that could possibly sell 3 nights at a football stadium. Taylor Swift is the biggest. And I'm telling you, people were dressed up. They were dressed up in, all kinds of
you see all
crazy
kinds
outfits.
of stuff.
My daughter
was one of them.
Yep, my daughter was wearing. Was she wearing cowboy boots?
Yep.
And Charlotte was wearing cowboy boots, and it was safe because you saw a lot of young kids at her age. You see a lot of moms with their kids. It was a very wholesome crowd. She's from Wyomissing, Reading.
Yeah.
And I actually know her dad. Her dad's a big Phillies fan. And I've actually hung with her dad down at spring training. So, of course, I made the mistake of telling my daughter that.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Now she thinks that, Mike, you know her dad. Well, you got to get us backstage. Well,
Dad.
I would not just win Dad of the Year. I think I would win Dad of the Century.
Yeah, you would.
Greatest dad ever.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Poor Jill would have to live with that.
Yeah. I don't know. You still can't outdo that. You outkicked your coverage a long time ago with that.
Now, the other thing, too, is, Tom, the other thing, too, is I had to go pick her back up. We had a nice dinner with, speaking of Sixers, with Matt Cord, Sixers PA announcer, and his girlfriend. We went to dinner at an awesome place right in South Philly. And I'm figuring, all right, I have a parking spot at the Phillies. We'll go back there. We'll wait. We'll walk across the street, get her, and then get out of there. Tommy, I couldn't even – it's like a 11:15, right?
Yeah.
Concert hadn't even ended yet. I can't get to the parking lot. It's so mobbed with cars because there's so many parents that are waiting in that South Philly area to pick up their kids. It wasn't like – I'm thinking like there's no – the concert's – it's going to be easy traffic because the concert hadn't ended. I couldn't get to my parking lot. So Jill had to get out of the car and walk almost like a mile to get Charlotte and then walk a mile back. I'm staying in traffic. I got people honking at me. So there you go. Taylor Swift.
And you got home at like 3:30 in the morning.
We got home late, yes. So, and of course, Charlotte said, "Can I go tomorrow night?" I'm like, no.
That would be incorrect.
That would be no.
Nice try, though. Ain't nothing wrong with asking.
It was a nice try. Well, then she wanted to go down just to listen to it in the parking lot, and I'm just thinking of the parking nightmare, and I was like, no. All right, so Sixers. We're going to get back to the Phillies, but Sixers. I mean, they kind of blew it. They did blow it. 6 minutes left. I think they went 0 for 11 in the 6 minutes left in the last game. Yeah. Home game. They had every opportunity. They were down big. They came back, and then they couldn't hit a bucket to save their life. And then, of course, that's when Jason Tatum gets hot. So anyway, today, I think
that's what's so good. There's nothing like baseball and basketball
Yeah, it's
and
unpredictable.
stuff that goes to Game 7.
Right. I agree.
mean, there's nothing like it.
Hockey's great
Yeah.
too. So Game 7 at Boston. Sixers, I think, are like 6.5, 5.5 to 7-point underdogs. I think last time I checked it was 6.5. So I guess Vegas obviously
count us
thinking,
out.
Right, they're count us out. So it's almost, I'm going to use a big word here, Tommy.
Oh, that scares me.
James Harden has been very mercurial.
Really?
You know what mercurial means?
Nope.
It's like basically extremely hot and cold. There's no gray area. He's been either.
Why didn't you just say hot and cold?
I could have said hot and cold, but I used one word to say hot and cold. Which is
that
three
way
words.
it goes right over my
Hot and
head.
cold.
You know that.
Mercurial.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that mercurial. And you know what? I know a lot of.
You're
big
trying to
words.
make yourself look smart.
I know a lot
Sound
of big.
smart.
I know a lot of big words. Delicatessen. How about that, Chris Arnold?
How about that? That's a big one.
That's a big word. So anyway, the Sixers tonight. Embiid has the opportunity to basically change the dialogue of his career, right? Not change, but totally enhance it, right?
Yep.
James Harden has been in playoffs, but he's never really got it done. He's never won a championship.
Yeah.
This is his opportunity to shine.
Yep.
Tyrese Maxey, young guy. Boston somewhat shut him down, although he's had a couple good games in the series.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey has a chance to take over. All three guys. Tobias Harris has kind of been in the doghouse. We signed him to a max contract, and he's been good, but he hasn't been max contract good.
Yeah.
Right? So he's a chance to step up. These guys all have their chance to have a legacy. Guys like Melton coming off the bench. I don't know if Niang gets in. I don't know if Paul Reed gets in.
Yeah.
But all these guys have a chance to cement their legacy, right? And this is just that one game. And think about that one game, Tommy, can change everything. As I said, if they lose, what I mean, all of a sudden, there's going to be the sports radio is going to go nuts. The media is going to go nuts. Town's going to go nuts. They're going to be like, they choked. They had the opportunity. Because now there's no superstar team in the league right now. You know, Denver is very good, but Miami's beatable. He doesn't are hurt. But they've already won 2 games in Boston this series.
It's very doable, man.
Oh my God, they need to just have a lights out game. How great would that be if we knew that they were on their way
exactly
to my phone.
Do it.
It's been a bizarre, continue the pattern. I think you're right. And hopefully we'll all be celebrating at 6:30 tonight. But so about the week in baseball, we have first 3-game sweep of the season. We had a 2-game sweep against the Blue Jays. We are going for our first 3. In the Septa Baseball Insiders Show.
Blues Farm Mart, located at 2450 Bristol. Call them party or meal that's 9
And with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. It takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
This is Tommy Greene from the 1993 National League champion Phillies. And here's the pitch. BCWSA water and sewer customers, you have a new and improved option to pay your bill that's convenient, reliable, and secure. Powered by Invoice Cloud, you can pay your bill 24/7 online, pay by text or phone, or sign up for AutoPay to avoid fees for late or missed payments. Visit bcwsa.net to sign up or for more info. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
We now return to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazer and former pitcher from the 93 National League champion Phillies, Tommy Greene.
All right, we are back to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Lou's Farm Mart in Bensalem, PA. I'm John Brazer, joined by my co-host Tommy Greene. We got Mike Leacher here. We got Chris Ermer here. And joining us, Tommy, is the reason why we are here. It is Miranda. Hi, Miranda.
Hey, how are you guys?
Miranda's awesome.
I can't thank you enough for having us here.
Hey, man, what they just brought out here is unbelievable.
You brought the great weather, and then you brought us this fruit salad. It's basically tomatoes, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. Absolutely fantastic.
Those were out.
Tommy's killed it.
I've almost killed it.
I'm killing it. And then you brought us, tell us what you brought us out here.
So we brought a sandwich. It's actually called the Luann Special, named after one of our founders, my mother, Luann.
Okay. I call her the chief.
Yeah, the chief. So we have the Luann Special. It's one of our signature sandwiches. So it's our turkey, it's our ham, it's tomato, avocado, bacon, little provolone cheese, I think, or American. And then we have 2 of our best salads here. So we have a broccoli salad. It's a seasonal favorite, summertime, you know. And then tortellini salad, which is, more of an Italian salad for us.
And the broccoli has little onions, right?
It does. It has red onions,
cheese,
bell peppers,
cheese, peppers sliced,
and bacon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then
if you got a will,
and cheese is cut up in there, sun-dried tomato, black olives, and a little Italian dressing. So.
Well, I've already took 2 big chunks out of half of my huge sandwich, and it's unbelievable.
We might have to tell Jason to step up his game at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah. We might need to take a picture here.
Yeah.
Hey, take a picture and send it to him. This is what you got to compete with.
We do our best, We try to keep it fresh.
All right, Miranda, how long have you guys been in operation? We're here in Bensalem at Lou's Farm Mart.
Yeah, we've been here for 45 years.
Wow.
How about that?
Yeah, it's been quite a while. This is actually...
Well, you're not, but like 25.
32. No, but my dad started it. So dad being Lou, and then my mom being Lou, conveniently. So the Lou's ran it for a long time, and I really just came back I guess it's been about 5-6
Yeah.
years now. I've been running it, so.
I'm a
Well,
little
that's
upset.
awesome.
I'm a little upset, Miranda, because it says Tommy Greene here at noon, and I'm waiting for it to say John Brazer, but I haven't seen
Well,
the
if you'd
flash.
showed up at 11:30 like I did, you had time
That's
to put
why-
it up there.
Did you input it? Tom, did you input it? I remember we did a show when I did with Ricky Battalico. We did it at some. It was a bar. I forget where it was in this area. And on the marquee it said John Brazer and Ricky Battalico, and we drove up together, and he got all pissed off. He's like, it should be Ricky Battalico and John Brazer.
That's so Ricky.
I'm like, I paid the guy to. All right. So anyway, I saw on this neon sign that you had chocolate-covered strawberries there.
Oh.
Yes, we do. And I was actually going to bring you guys those for dessert, but yeah. So
Well,
when
that
you
would be
finish
good
your
for him.
sandwiches-
Here's the ironic thing about that is that I'm not a big chocolate guy, and I married into Asher's chocolate.
Asher his
Oh,
wife is
My wife
man.
is Jill Asher.
Jill Asher.
And it's such
Yeah.
a waste. And everyone's
that's
like,
good chocolate.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
I can't believe this man.
I said if I married Jill Gummy Bear, I'd be 500 pounds. Right? But I married
Listen,
Jill.
I have gummy
Gummy
bears inside
bear.
if that's more your style.
What's that?
I said I have gummy bears inside if that's
Oh,
more your
I
style.
love gummy bears. Yeah.
Oh my God! Here we go.
All right, what else do we have here, Miranda? Because I love this place.
Yeah, so we're actually sitting in the seasonal garden center. So
It is
we're
beautiful.
sitting
It
outside.
smells so good out here.
Lots of color, yeah. Mother's Day, so it's perfect flower time. So we have seasonal outside, and then inside we do the fresh fruits and vegetables all the time. We have a full-service deli which offers catering all the time. We have, your favorite grocery items, things like that. So we're small, but we're mighty.
Yeah.
We offer quite a few things. Our
I
fresh
married a
bakery
woman
as
like
well.
that.
I know her, and that's true.
When do the really good tomatoes and corn come in? We're almost getting to Memorial Day.
Yeah, so we actually have pretty good corn right now. It's from Florida, but if you're talking local, that'll come in more late June, early July.
Okay.
Same with the tomatoes. So Jersey tomatoes, they come in July. And
They
people start
fly.
asking now.
They fly out of here too, don't they?
They do. We
Oh.
bring in pallets at a time to make sure everybody gets what they need.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough. And before you leave, what is your prediction for the Phillies? Are they going to sweep today with Aaron Nola on the mound? And then what's your prediction on the Sixers playing at 3:30?
Well, I have to say, Philly loyalty just screams win, win, win. So that's my prediction.
Yeah.
So who's the third win? You said win.
Win,
Win, win, yeah.
So Philly, Sixers, and Tommy?
Yeah.
No,
I always win. I'm here, man. I've
That's
won already. I've already won. I'm the first one.
I'm literally salivating right now.
I'm
looking
just
at this.
unbelievable.
And I can't eat this until break. Well, Miranda,
can't
thank
form
you.
sentences.
Thank you again so much for having us. I remember we did this several years ago, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a couple
And
years.
it was great. And the day is beautiful. And
It's a beautiful
and good
day
luck.
for
And
it.
I also like the sheep up there. That's the sheep from that, what's the name of that? There's like a cartoon, right?
Yeah, Chicken Run, I think, or Wallace and Gromit.
Yes, I
are
think it might
similar.
be
Yeah.
Chicken Run.
Yeah, and then we have the cow out front, too.
Is that right? Yep. Chicken Run? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you had a cow up there, it would be utterly ridiculous.
Oh my. Ba-dum-ba-bum.
I'm gonna milk that one for all it's worth.
Oh my God. Irmer, what have you done to this guy?
All right, Miranda. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks to Miranda, and thanks for all the food. This is awesome. Can't wait to do that. All right, Tom. We're gonna talk a little baseball, but first of all, it is time now for the Smart Stat of the Week, brought
Yeah.
to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Call them today at 1-866-PAY-EASY. That's 1-866-PAY-EASY. And do you
Danny
wanna-
boy, that's my shout out to my good friend Danny Maggiani.
Yep, and do you want to hear the Smart Stat of the Week? It has to do with the guy who is on fire, who's turned around his season.
Yes.
We signed him last year, and he didn't have the greatest year. He had some key moments in the World Series.
Yes, he did.
More from his defense, right? But Nick Castellanos, I met his mom actually last week, Tommy, last Sunday.
Did you?
She was in a suite, and I realized I'm starting to get old because I have to be older.
Starting?
Well, yeah, I am old because I think I'm older than Nick Castellanos' mom. And now that I'm, it used to be you start feeling old when you're older than the players.
Yeah.
And now when you're older than the players' parents.
Yes.
Right? Soon
Yeah.
I'll be older
Yes.
than the players'
Yes, we
grandparents.
are.
Players' grandparents. That's when it's time for me to leave. All right, so anyway,
Wait.
Nick Castellanos, here's what he did last week, right?
Yeah.
Sunday, because we did the show pregame.
Yeah.
Sunday, he was 1 for 4, run scored, RBI, double. Tuesday, he went 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, home run, and a double.
Yeah.
Wednesday, he went 2 for 4. Friday, he went 0 for 4, but
Yeah.
last night, he went 3 for 4, run
Yeah.
scored, RBI, base on ball. So
Yeah.
in total, He went 9 for 20, 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and a home run.
Oh, yeah.
That is getting it done in 5 games.
Yeah,
getting it done.
Getting it done. Yeah,
And
I mean, he's hitting 325, 330 now or something like that. But for the week, I mean, he hit over 300 again. I mean, 300 over again.
He's getting it done. I'm going to give you a little bonus smart stat of the week.
Yeah.
Again, brought to you by Payroll Service Solutions. Bryce Harper. His first game back, he went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking like,
welcome back.
Maybe he rushed back. All the fans, are like, oh, no, I'm kidding. Not all the fans. Me. It was me.
It was all you,
It
Brazer.
was me. But since then, he's had 37 at bats. He's reached base 18 times, hitting .406. He had Tommy John surgery 5 months and 20 days ago, and he's hitting .406 after 37 at bats.
And
Now again,
that's
take out that first game.
well, I mean that's remarkable. Because the game's not that easy, and facing the type of pitching he's facing, but it's also a credit to what they did in that process to get him ready, bringing those pitchers up that were quality, major league quality arms, and putting him in the situation where he was ready to see that. And as it turned out that he needed, basically one game to get acclimated, and then he was off and running. So which is, hey, knock on wood, keep him right where he's at. He's seeing it good. Hey, he's going to help everybody else in that lineup too.
Well, I tell you what, Castellanos, in the beginning it was young guys. It was Stott, and it was Marsh, and it was Bohm, and Castellanos has been good all year. Bryce Harper, we get him back. He's back to the Bryce Harper we have.
Yeah.
And then you get other guys contributing up and down the lineup.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, we had Cody Clemens and Stubbs. Were big. So
that's the way we win. That's the way you figure out. You got to have. It's not one person all the time.
As down as we were last week, we are up because we are now 2019, 1 game over 500. We're 5 games back. We're second place in NL East.
Yeah.
If the season ended right now, which it won't because it's got a lot of time left, we would be the 3rd team in the playoffs, much like we were last year.
Yeah.
So it was doom and gloom, and now we got Ranger Suarez back. Pitch last night was, fine. We knew it was going to be.
It's going to get better.
It's going to get better. And now our starting pitcher between Taijuan Walker, Nola, and Wheeler, it looks like things are starting to settle in.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's go through Sunday. Last Sunday, we needed this because, again, we stopped the skid. We had a 6-game skid and had the Red Sox, and we got on board. Castellanos started off with an RBI. We had Schwarber RBI single.
Yep.
They get one back, but then Schwarber hits a 2-run home run in the 6th.
Yep.
We go up 4-1. Real Muto gets a 2-run single in the 8th, makes it 6-1. But the key was Taijuan Walker.
No doubt about
who
it.
Had a strong. He basically said, we said it before the game.
Yes, we did.
That he's going to just rely on his splitter and fastball. He's got 6 pitches, but he's going to focus more on 2. And sure enough, he delivered.
Commanded the fastball and the split.
6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, no walks. And then Alvarado, that was Alvarado's last one before he had to get shut down. But also key was Strom. How about Strom? That's what we need as Strom. He pitched 2 innings.
Yes.
And he closed out the Sox. And that guy can be especially now that Alvarado out of the bullpen.
He's a very versatile
totally
guy.
Versatile. So we have Monday off. We play the Blue Jays 2-game series.
Yeah.
I can tell you, in 30 years I've been with the Phillies, spring training we play the Blue Jays all the time.
Oh, all the time.
I don't see a lot of wins against the Blue Jays, and I'd love to get the between spring training and regular season, what our record is against Blue Jays. It seems like we never beat the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But Tuesday night we beat them 8-4. And it was great because here's how it all went down. Jays went up in the 3rd on a Bo Bichette double. Castellanos then gets a 2-run home run in the 4th to go up 2-1.
Yep.
Turner hits a single. There's an error on the Jays. Phillies go up 3-1. Bichette homers, comes back 3-2.
Yeah.
And we have Nola on the mound. So now you're thinking like, oh man, Nola's gonna. But you know what? Nola holds. Bottom 6, Remote hits a sac fly. We go 4-2. Sosa hits a single for the Phillies to go up 5-2. They get 2 runs off Sir Anthony. It was scary.
Yeah.
Right? Sir Anthony, you remember he ran to first base, and he wasn't looking at Bohm. He
thought Bohm was going to second.
I guess.
Yeah, he was because Bohm sort of looked at like he would go because he knew he had time to get it first, and he took his eye off Bohm.
Right. But I guess you should really be looking at Bohm the whole time.
Always.
Right? And I guess he learned his lesson. They did get some runs there, but we were still up 5-4. But then in the 8th, Marsh breaks it open, his double scores Guthrie and Real Muto, and then
Huge hit right
Stott
there.
gets, we were 2-10 with runners in scoring position. But again, Castellanos talked about this earlier, total stud. 3 for 4, double home run. And Nola, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. And then how about the bullpen? Soto, Brogdon, Kimbrel pitched 2 2/3 shutout baseball.
Yes, they did.
Pretty awesome.
To keep it right there and not let them back in after we kind of pulled away right there.
All right, and then just real quick on Wednesday, we get a tight game, 2-1. I know we win. Sosa scores on Harper's hard-hit grounder. Harper basically looks like it's going to be a double play in the 10th. He hits it right to the pitcher. Pitcher goes to second base, and then Bichette throws Eric goes over the first baseman.
And that's the way we win.
And we end up winning. So,
but I'll tell you what, just real quick on that, I was like, I couldn't wait for their starting pitcher to throw enough pitches to be taken out of that game.
Because Gausman was
because
pitching
he was filthy.
And he can be filthy.
And he was putting us to sleep. He did put us to sleep.
Well, we were down 1-0 going into the 9th.
Yeah.
Just when you think it's just not good, Harper leads off the single, off their closer, Romano. Who's Justin Romano, very good.
Yeah.
He went to second on Castellanos' infield single, so now you have first and second. And then Real Muto lays that double over the head of Varsho, scoring Harper to tie it. We can't get him in, which is disappointing. We go to the 10th. We shut him down. And then it looks like we're going to, we got guy in second, as I mentioned. And Harper looks like, oh, my God, we're going to have an ending double play. And then, boom. So you're right. Gausman pitched a good game. Phil's only 7 hits. But, once again,
you
Soto.
You got to credit Kimbrel.
Well, I was going to say, Soto, Sir Anthony, and Kimbrel shut him down. Totally shut him down.
Yes.
It was his first sweep of the season. So
that was all.
two-game sweep.
Wheeler had it. He matched Guzman. Just made one. I don't want to say one mistake. The guy hit a home run off of him, but that happens.
Yep.
We give up 3 hits and 1 run in 7 innings. I take that every day. Every day.
By the way, you can watch the show at WBCBSports.com or search WBCB Sports on YouTube. And on the radio, you can listen to the show on 1490 WBCB and 107.3 FM, your station in Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. All right, Tommy, when we come back, I should say, we will talk about we talked a little bit about last night's game. We'll talk about the 2 games, Colorado, but we'll also get you set up for today's game. You're listening to the Septa Baseball Insider Show presented by BCWSA. We are live from Lou's Farm Mart in Bensalem, PA. Hey.
Lou's Farm Mart, located at 2450 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, has the best service around. Call them today to have them cater your upcoming holiday event, party, or family get-together. Lou's Farm Mart has been serving Bucks County for 45 years this year. Lou's Farm Mart on Route 13 offers a full-service deli, homemade meals, weekly meal plans, a seasonal garden center, and a fresh produce section. Stop by Lou's Farm Mart on Route 13 in Bensalem today or call them at 215-639-9979. That's 215-639-9979 for Lou's Farm Mart, your hometown market for the best, local, and fresh.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Lou's Farm Mart, located at 2450 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, has the best service around. Call them today to have them cater your upcoming holiday event, party, or family get-together. Lou's Farm Mart has been serving Bucks County for 45 years this year. Lou's Farm Mart on Route 13 offers a full-service deli, homemade meals, weekly meal plans, a seasonal garden center, and a fresh produce section. Stop by Lou's Farm Mart on Route 13 in Bensalem today or call them at 215-639-9979. That's 215-639-9979 for Lou's Farm Mart, your hometown market for the best, local and fresh.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Septa offers a variety of career opportunities. Our core business is transit, and with 5 modes of service, we rely on and need operators, engineers, and conductors. But it takes a host of other specialties, including mechanics, electricians, plumbers, masons, painters, carpenters, welders, and more to keep the system moving. As an employee, you will earn competitive compensation and great benefits, including medical, dental, prescription, and a pension. Visit jobs.septa.org to apply today. That's jobs.septa.org.
We now presented by BCWSA. James John 3 National 3
Show. Join show. Food. Oh. And I try where for looks like we're gonna do some Phillies ticket drawing here at Lou's Farm Mart. But we'll talk about Friday night. Well, let's go. We'll go to the. You want to go to the drawing now, Chris Hermer?
Yes.
All right. Do we know what we're drawing for? Phillies tickets, obviously.
Yes.
Do you, why don't you, Chris? Why don't you get on the mic?
Hold on, I think Miranda may be better.
Okay. Sure, yeah. All right, Miranda, you're back.
We're doing a pair of Phillies tickets.
Yes.
And then the second place, we're doing, we have a Hers cooler. It's a beach cooler with wheels.
Oh.
And then we have, for third place, a 24-count case of Pepsi Zero. And then the last prize, we have a set of 4 beach towels coming from Hers as well. Local brand partners.
Oh, Brazer. Oh, my God. He can't. Brazer.
All right.
All right, wait. What game is the Phillies game for? Do we know?
Actually, I can pull it up.
Tommy has to stand up so we can see him. You're behind the...
Okay. I can stand up. Perfect.
Okay.
That's all right. We don't need to do. All right.
All
Are we
right.
ready for the drawing? It's for,
Yeah.
We're gonna go third place first, right?
Fourth place.
Fourth
first.
place
Yeah,
first.
Fourth
All right.
place first.
And this
beach
and
towels.
it's
beach
the beach towels. All right. The winner of the beach towels is Tommy. John Brazer.
No, the name is Patty Long.
Patty Long. Right
That's
there.
right.
Patty Long, come to the table and claim your beach towels. And if you're not here, we will send them to you, or we'll figure it out.
Or
contact you.
Contact
All right.
you, or you better
Now
watch
this
out.
is-
Brazier might
this
have
is
him in his
for
trunk.
third place. And what did we get for third place, Miranda?
Third place was a case of the Pepsi Zero.
Case of Pepsi Zero. All right. What do we got?
Gretchen Werner, is that it? I can't.
Looks like it.
Yeah, something like that. WHENNER, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. Weaver, maybe?
Weaver? I
Weaver.
don't know.
All right, Gretchen, you are going to get
We got your phone number and stuff on it.
Yeah.
And again, Gretchen wins
She wins a case of Pepsi Zero.
case of Pepsi Zero.
Perfect.
All right. How about second place, Tommy? Dig deep. Dig deep.
Go flip it over.
Mike Leisher's not eligible
He does want that cooler, though.
for the Hers cooler. What do we got?
Tom Janzer.
Tom Janzer
Janzer.
gets the Hers
Yep.
cooler. Tom Janzer. All right. And drum roll, please. Hold on. Here's the drum roll.
Drum roll for the 2
For the
tickets.
2 tickets.
2 tickets, Fighting Phil's game. Oh, I just knocked your radio out. I can't hear myself anymore.
Kelly Marks.
Kelly Marks.
Kelly
Oh, there you
Marks
go.
got the tickets.
Kelly Marks wins Phillies tickets.
That's awesome. Congratulations,
All right,
guys.
congratulations, everybody, for the Pepsi, the beach towels. The Hers
my
Cooler
assistant.
and the Phillies. Yes, and who is your assistant?
Yeah.
My assistant, my fiance, my partner for life. This is Logan.
All right, Logan.
He helps me run the place every day.
Thanks, Logan.
How'd you get so lucky, Logan?
I'm just a lucky guy.
All right, this is child poof.
Tommy, are you saying he's over his skis?
I don't know how you
Push
do
it
that.
in
Are you
like
saying Logan's over his skis?
Yeah, yeah.
He outkicked his coverage?
Yeah.
All right.
Here, Miranda, you figure it out. I'm done with it.
There you go.
All right.
It's close.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us. This is really fun.
Yeah, thank you guys
And we
for
hope to
coming
be
out.
back at some point. I might need a to-go box for that one, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely.
Talking about that Wilbur.
Exactly. All right, Tommy. Friday night.
Yes.
Yep. We have the
Clank.
we have the Rockies in town. We have the Rockies in town, or we go
Yes.
we go to Rockies. And again, we haven't won a series out there since 2012.
Which is hard to believe.
2012. It's over a decade.
It's unbelievable.
All right, so it's a tight game. When do you ever see, a game where you really don't have much going? But Harper broke open in the 8th inning. He broke it open the tie with a 2-run double.
Yes.
Schwarber also hit a 2-run home run. Phillies rally to beat the Rockies 6-3.
It all happened late. Everything happened late in the
Everything
game.
late,
Both
yeah.
teams.
Alec Boehm added a solo shot. Their Rocky starter, who hasn't had a good year, Austin Gomber, he had a knuckle curve working. He retired the first 14 batters until Boehm hit his home run.
Yeah.
Rockies, you're right. Rockies got on board in the 6th
Yep.
on a sac fly. Boehm ties in the 7th with a home run.
Yep.
They go up 3-1 on Schwarber's 2-run home run. Rockies tie it up in the 7th on a sac fly and RBI single. And then Harper in the 8th breaks the tie. How about Taijuan Walker, though? 6 innings pitched, 7 hits,
Yes.
3 earned runs, 0 walks, 3 Ks.
He deserved a better fate than that, too. Yeah, he
Yep.
really did. He pitched well.
Yep, and then again, Strom, Sir Anthony, and Kimbrel. And Kimbrel, 3 Ks. How about he did give up a hit?
Yeah.
But 3 Ks, he got his 398th save. He is 2 away from 400. How about that?
That's awesome. I think it's so good to see. It's going to be so good to see him get that.
Yep.
I mean, he's been around a long time.
He has.
To
And
do
then-
that and done a great job at it.
And then the Phils, they win a series in Colorado for the first time since 2012. I said that. Phils win 7-4. Castellanos just stays hot. I had an RBI single in the first, but Phillies up 1-0. Boehm gets a 2-run single. Cody Clemens, as we mentioned, the bench is contributing.
Yes.
Gets an RBI. Phils go up 4-0. But
Yep.
then the Rockies come back. They get 3 off Ranger Suarez. They get an insurance run, which is key. Garrett Stubbs RBI single to make it 5-3.
Bottom of the lineup was very
Gets a
influential.
little scary, Hoffman, because again, it went through Trey Turner's glove. They get one back, but Hoffman holds him down.
Yep.
5-4, and then Harper breaks it open with a 2-run home run, make it 7-4.
He took down the stadium out there. The ball was hit so
And then
hard.
how about Soto? Soto shuts him down with that. Let's see, Soto. Yeah, with 1, 2, 3 inning.
Yep.
And then the bullpen, 5 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks.
Yep.
That is getting it done. All right, Tommy, let's do the lineups for today's game. For today's game, which hopefully go for the sweep against Colorado, Stott, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber, Real Muto, Boehm, Marsh, and Sosa. Again, Stott, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, Schwarber, Real Muto, Boehm, Marsh, Sosa. It is Nola versus Kyle Freeland.
Yep.
And that wraps up today's Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by BCWSA live from Lou's Farm Mart. We want to thank Lou, Luann, Miranda, Logan for hosting us today. Thanks to my co-host Tommy Greene, our on-site engineer Chris Ermer, Mike Leisure for doing nothing, and back in the studio, Stephen Lawler. And thanks to you for listening. The Baseball Insiders Show will be back next Sunday at Pass and Stowe at Citizens Bank Park from 12:30 to 1:30 before the Phils take on the Chicago Cubs at 1:35. Have a great week, and as the late, great Harry the K says,
we're out of here.
You've been listening to the Septa Baseball Insiders Show presented by Lactico. Tonight's show is an exclusive presentation of 1490 AM, heard throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.